The chance for a Fed rate hike in June is on the rise, but our next guest says don't fear the Fed yet. And this week is Chart Week, the most important charts in the market presented by the top technicians on the street. We kick it off with Ari Wald of Oppenheimer. Ari, what are you looking at?
All right, Melissa. Well, the market's got plenty of problems right now, but a Fed hike in June is not one of them. In fact, using history as a guide would suggest that year two of Fed tightening, more likely to see a major top in the market. And here's what I'm talking about. And here's a composite of all the Fed tightening cycles dating back to 1950. There's 13 interest rate cycles within this composite. Forget about the average. That's the middle line. Let's just look at the extremes. Let's look at best performance from the start of Fed tightening and the worst performance. And specifically, let's look at bear case here. What's been the worst performance following the onset of Fed tightening? And in the first 52 weeks, there's never been more than a 10% decline in the market. We had that 10% decline in the first quarter, January, February. So I think worst case here is we're sideways. I'm okay with that risk reward. Now, looking at best case, worst case, much more likely to see that major top in year two after the 52-week mark. So Fed tightening isn't the issue. It's all about global growth. And one proxy for global growth we're using here is the German 10-year bond yield. And it really all started in 2014. We see the big decline in 10 years. This was the monetary policy divergence. And this is when all of our risk indicators peaked. Internal breadth peaked, credit peaked, leadership peaked, oil peaked. And I think we have to get to a point where non-U.S. interest rates start to bottom and move higher again. I think that would suggest that the worst has been priced in, and those global growth concerns are no longer a headwind for equity gains. We can see a little bit of a higher low here. Most important indicator we're watching,